Welcome to the Inside Out Network. We know what it's like to leave prison and how stressful and confusing and frustrating and discouraging it is. More often than not, you can't see the practical help that's out there, and the thing is, they can't see you either. The problem isn't so much that people are stupid or lazy or uncaring. What they are is isolated and invisible. The problem is that everybody's disconnected. And we get it, and we can help. We're the Inside Out Network, and we can help you make those connections with service providers on the outside easily and in time. We can help you get a running start so you can find the help you need right when you're released, and you can start taking charge of your own future. And here's how. We've developed a practical tool and approach for reentry, a special kind of website. In a way similar to how eBay or eHarmony works to match people, buyers and sellers for eBay or singles for eHarmony, so that they can directly connect with each other in helpful ways. The Inside Out Network website makes it easy for you to create your own unique personal profile now while you're on the inside, and then share it ahead of time with service providers on the outside so they can see you coming. They can even reach out to you in advance. And then the day you get out, you can start to search for the kinds of help you're actually looking for, and you can send and receive messages from service providers. You can keep track of your favorites and find all kinds of helpful reentry tips. Now, we've been busy building up a strong and growing network of hundreds of reentry service providers across the state. We're waiting to connect with you, and more are joining all the time. So that's the idea. And now we want you to lean in, and we want you to watch as we show you exactly how it works from the perspective of someone leaving prison. Since we got limited time in this demo video, we're going to keep it real simple. We created a character by the name of Joe Newman, who was released by the Department of Corrections a while back. And we just want you to watch how Joe does it as he goes to the Inside Out Network website. And you're looking at it. It's insideoutnetwork.net. And since Joe's already created a personal profile for himself while he was still in prison, now that he's on the outside, all he has to do is go here and sign in with his username and password. And we're going to do that. And so as Joe signs in, this automatically takes him to his dashboard. You see up here on the top, it says dashboard, welcome Joe Newman. So he's on his dashboard, and when he's here, he can do all kinds of things. He can update his personal information, or he can type in some notes down here on a notepad, or he can find some helpful reentry tips. But the two things that Joe wants to do more than anything else are up here on the top, to search for help. And then once he's done that, be able to message particular service providers that he finds relevant and helpful. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to check first on search. And here's how the search function works. Click on search, and what comes up are 9 service provider categories. So this is the service provider search. And Joe can go into any one of these categories to shelter and housing, or support networks, or multi-service agencies. And these are all kinds of programs that are here, from caseworkers or food banks or clothing closets, anger management classes, all kinds of things would be listed under multi-service agencies. But there are also churches and ministries and substance abuse treatment, healthcare, legal matters, employment and job training, and then education. And let's just say this time, Joe's looking for housing. Let's say it's nearly 90 days. He's been at a halfway house and he needs to leave. He needs to find a new place. And so Joe's currently staying on the north side of Chicago. That's in his profile. That's where he's currently living. And so Joe starts his search, and he's looking for shelters and housing. And he clicks on that, and 23 different potential matches pop up for Joe. And these are the results. Joe's got all kinds of options you can see on the map side over here, but then also on the list over here, starting with Cornerstone Community Outreach, which is closest to where Joe lives. And we're going to just go ahead and click on that, since that's the nearest one, and just to give you an idea of what that looks like. As Joe clicks on Cornerstone Community Outreach, a little map comes up. It says that they offer shelters and housing. Here's their address, a website you can call. They have some info on the bottom, at the bottom here. They offer interim shelter for men, women, and families. They got a weekly food pantry and soup kitchen. And you can also here Joe can make Cornerstone Community Outreach a favorite by just clicking in and filling this heart. That adds it to his favorites list. The interesting thing here too is Joe can directly contact the service provider by clicking on this message box, and I'll show you what happens here when he clicks on that. When he does, a message box pops up and Joe can just simply type in, ask whatever questions that he wants to initiate the relationship with Cornerstone, and simply click on send message. And when he does that, the message would go straight to the right person on the other end. But since Joe isn't real, but they are, we're not going to do that. We're not going to bother the good folks at Cornerstone Community Outreach. But what we will do is to go back to the dashboard. We're going to show you how the messaging actually works by looking at Joe's history of messages with our demo service provider over here. So Joe's different messages with different service providers are over here. Again, demo service provider, they're not a real organization. We created that to show you how it works. So we're going to click on that now, and you're going to be able to see, we're going to start all the way at the top. There's a long thread of messages that have gone back and forth between Joe and the demo service provider. I just want you to see this. It actually started and initiated with them. It says, hi, Joe, welcome home. They saw his profile. We have a Tuesday evening support group that's full of guys. We're working hard to get their life back on track. We'd love to have you join us. Call the office anytime. And great, can I bring a friend? Get back to me. I'll be there Tuesday night. And they've been going back and forth. And we're just showing these things, the kinds of things that can be said back and forth. That's how it started. The service provider actually initiated the contact with Joe. Down at the bottom, if we go all the way to the end, we can just see some of those things that they were asking him to bring ID. Can they be there by 6:45 to fill out some paperwork? Should only take 10 to 15 minutes. Will that work for you? And Joe says, will do, see you then. And he can just say, and Will can join me too. And he will send the message to the service provider, and you can see that that message went through. And you can start to get a sense when you go back to Joe's dashboard to see the kinds of things. You can see how this works. It's you can see the potential, how easy it is to search and find relevant results in 9 different categories that you could be looking for, how easy it is to connect and to send messages back and forth, how Joe can be seen and then see others for once. If you look at all of this, this is simple, this is easy to use, but it's powerful and it's going to change your life for the better. And if you're looking at this and you're wondering, the answer is it is completely free. It works great on all smartphones and tablets and laptops and desktop computers. The information in here is trustworthy. It's filled with reliable, useful, up-to-date information. It's independent, though we work cooperatively. Both the network and the website are completely independent of the Department of Corrections, and you remain in control throughout the whole process. You customize your personal profile and share as much or as little about yourself with service providers as you choose, whatever you think you want to share. And you choose the kind of help that you're actually looking for. And you check the zip codes that you want to search, and you can unsubscribe at any time. So if you're interested in getting in on this and taking charge of your own reentry, here are the 3 simple steps you need to do to make it happen. Step 1, register now. Get yourself signed up for the Inside Out Network. Don't leave this to the last minute. Just ask your counsel or your correctional officer for a returning citizen registration form. We also have helpful information sheets and membership cards for the Inside Out Network, so ask for those too. So get your Inside Out Network registration form and fill it out. It'll take you maybe 10 minutes. And then you mail it to us on the address on the bottom of the form. It's just a single sheet, front and back. That's step 1, simple. Then once you sign up and you get things started on the inside, then it's our turn. That's step 2. We're going to create a personal profile for you. We're going to get things going for you on our end, on the outside, like we did for Joe. We're going to take your registration form and we're going to enter the information in and create that personal profile for you. And then around 2 months before you're released, your personal profile is going to go live. And relevant service providers on the outside, they're going to be able to see your profile, and they're going to begin to message you like they did with Joe. That leads us to the final step, step 3. It's the day you're released, you sign in, and then you take it from there. You'll already have a running start, and you'll already be in position to take charge of your own reentry. Don't walk away from this opportunity. Don't leave this to chance. Don't let isolation and invisibility make you stumble when you leave the gate, because there is a better way forward now. Your life matters. It matters a lot. So believe that and take charge of your future. We're the Inside Out Network, and we'll see you on the outside.